In this video, we're gonna learn how to set the scope of our header cells from within Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. This video is sponsored by Venngage, but more on that later. Welcome to the Accessibility Guide channel. My name is Sean Jordison, and let's jump into the ring. Now, the scope attribute applies to our header cells, and it basically tells the computer, in this example, the word aspect is going to be the column header for all of the content underneath it. The word description will be the column header for all the information underneath it. Now, you would think that is already built in, but sometimes we have to set it manually. And the best way that we can do that is by opening up our Prepare for Accessibility button, choosing Fix Reading Order, right-clicking the table, and selecting Table Editor. Now, from here, we can select the cells we want to update. I'm going to simply drag my mouse and select the whole top row. Let's right-click them, select Table Cell Properties, and right here we have the scope. Now, it's currently set to none, but we want to change it to column. And then we're going to select OK. And that is the quickest method to update the scope of our table cells from within Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. Now let's talk about this video's sponsor, Venngage. Venngage allows you to create PDFs within their online editor and export them to totally accessible PDFs. You can choose from a variety of accessible templates, or you can create your own design from scratch. By using Venngage, you are able to run a built-in accessibility checker, apply important tag types like a heading structure, alternate text for your images, table headers, and a variety of other tools. Then you can simply export your PDF to have a fully tagged PDF on export. Now, this is an example where we have a built-in H1 tag, we have a figure tag that has built-in patterns, and alternate text that was already generated. We have heading tags built in, we have a properly formatted table with table headers, and we have the ability to set all of this from directly within Venngage. If you want to try out Venngage for yourself, check out the link in the description of this video. Now let's get back to setting the scope of our table headers. Now, occasionally you may come across more difficult documents. I have a document that has some built-in merged cells, which can be a little tricky to make accessible. Let's see if we can make these a little better. I'm going to open up the Prepare for Accessibility button. Then I'm going to choose Fix Reading Order, and let's right-click our table and select Table Editor. Now, we can in fact already determine that our largest cell actually already spans the correct number of cells. Let's right-click it and select Table Cell Properties. So right now, it's set to a header cell with no scope. This is actually going to be a column scope, and we want it to be for this column and this column. So we're gonna have a column span of 2. Then we're gonna select OK, then select yes. Now, this could mess up the structure of our table, so it's really important that you pay attention to how your table is set up. Now, I don't love the way that I set up this table, but I did it on purpose to try to mess up the tags panel. In theory, I'd much rather work with this simple data table where we have a clear column and clear row structure with an equal amount of cells per row. Let's go ahead and check our other table. I'm going to select the Fix Reading Order button, right-click my table, and select Table Editor. I want to choose all of these cells on the far left except for the network name. We're going to right-click it, select Table Cell Properties, and it's all set to a header cell, but what's missing is the scope. In this example, I want to set the scope to row. This will delineate the header cell to be the header for all of the contents in that row. Then we're going to select OK. That concludes today's video on how to set the scope for our table header cells from within Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. And as always, I could be your champion for inclusion. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.